They mocked her scars, until a 4-star general walked in and saluted her. Have you ever judged someone by their appearance, only to discover they were a living legend in disguise? This story isn't just about hidden strength, it's about humility, secrecy, and the quiet power of those who choose service over spotlight. Subscribe now if you believe real strength often wears no rank. These are the stories you'll never see in headlines, but you'll never forget. The maintenance bay at Ramstein Air Base smelled like jet fuel, hydraulic fluid, and discipline. Lieutenant Maya Reyes moved with quiet precision, clipboard in hand, scars exposed on both forearms like frozen lightning bolts. She didn't hide them. She didn't explain them. She didn't need to. Private Jenkins noticed them immediately. He was fresh out of tech school, full of pride and completely unaware of the weight of silence. What happened? Lose a fight with barbed wire? He muttered to his buddies, smirking. They chuckled, not because it was funny, but because that's what young soldiers do when they don't understand something. Reyes didn't respond. She didn't even blink. She just looked at him. And in that moment, Jenkins felt something sharp cut through his cockiness. He just didn't know what it was yet. Hours later, during a technical briefing, the base commander was stuck on a stealth drone issue. Jenkins was half listening until Reyes cleared her throat. If we reverse the intake manifold orientation, it should suppress the thermal signature, she said calmly. The colonel paused, then nodded. You're absolutely right. Make it happen. Jenkins froze. How the hell did a maintenance officer know that? But nothing could have prepared him for what happened next. The command center doors swung open. Attention on deck! General Maxwell Thornton entered, ribbons covering his chest like chapters of a war story. He scanned the room, then stopped. My God! Phantom? Gasps, glances, and then he saluted her. He saluted her. Jenkins felt his knees go weak. You don't salute down the chain unless you're looking at someone whose name rewrote history in classified ink. I prefer to stay here, sir, Reyes said gently. This work matters too. The general smiled. Still choosing purpose over praise. That's so you. As they exited, Thornton stopped by Jenkins. What's your name, son? Private Jenkins, sir, he stammered. The general's eyes lingered, then moved to Reyes. They shared a glance, a silent language Jenkins would never understand. The room exploded with whispers the second the door closed. Phantom. Operation Blackstone. The Ghost. That night, Jenkins sat on his bunk staring at the ceiling. His jokes, his smugness, each one echoed in his mind like gunfire in an empty room. The next morning, Jenkins showed up early. No snark, no swagger, just silence and a growing sense of shame. 2 weeks passed. Reyes remained at her post. She trained new techs, guided diagnostics, moved like a shadow. But now the hangar saw her differently. Respect didn't come from her rank. It radiated from her presence. One night, Jenkins stayed late fixing a faulty panel. Reyes was across the bay, silent, focused. When he finally got the system online, she looked up. Good work, she said. Those panels can be a pain. He hesitated. Ma'am, may I ask something? She approached. Go ahead. What really happened in Operation Blackstone? She paused. Impossible missions, she said slowly, are only impossible until someone does them. Then they just become hard. It wasn't the answer he wanted, but it was the one he respected. I used to think heroes wore medals, Jenkins said. Now I think maybe they wear scars. A rare smile flickered across her face. You're learning. As she turned to leave, he called after her, Thank you. Not just for what you did out there, but for staying here too. She paused at the door. Everyone makes mistakes, Jenkins. What matters is who you become after them. She disappeared into the darkness, like a ghost, still quiet, still watching, still choosing service over recognition. Jenkins stood frozen for a long while, replaying her words in his mind. He thought about all the things he didn't know, about war, about sacrifice, about the people who carry entire missions on their backs and never say a word. Later that week, he found her sitting alone in the hangar during a late shift, quietly repairing a circuit board. He didn't approach, he just watched, silently, from a distance. She was calm, focused, hands steady, a woman who had walked through hell and come back to serve, not to boast. He realized then, some heroes don't need rank. They don't chase glory. They build others in silence. And sometimes the loudest message is delivered without saying a single word. Some stories aren't told in headlines. They live in scars, in silence, in service. And if you believe the world needs to hear more of them, subscribe to this channel, because she's not the only one out there. And you just met one of the best.